28 days until I ride the Southern Tier across the United States from San Diego to St. Augustine, 3,100 miles. And today is the last day that I get to ride the beautiful bike that's going to help me make this journey, because tomorrow we start packing it up to ship it to San Diego. So I'm very grateful. It's 50 degrees. It's a beautiful day for my last day of riding my bike, but I'm also really stressed because I made a mistake. I should have got a professional bike fit a while ago. I've never had one before. I've been riding since 2008, but I decided to do a bike fit and I did it this week. And they did great. Daniel at Elite Cycling here in the Kansas City metro area, fabulous job. Thank you, Daniel, for all you did. But we made a lot of changes, and this is my only ride to try out the changes. So what we did, I'm just going to turn here. We actually completely changed the seat and then changed the angle of it. So that's different. We also changed my handlebars quite a bit. I don't know if you can see this. So I just was been riding for a year with the handlebars the way it came. I bought the bike new, but they were actually too wide for me. And Daniel said, well, we can just cut them. I'm like, cut my handlebars. Are you kidding me? But yes, that's a thing. So he trimmed up a bit so that they're not so wide and it's more comfortable. And then he added these grips. So I have different places to put my hand, again, to reduce fatigue. But because of that, my mirror, which used to be up here, is now down here. And I'm totally not used to that. And that does not feel good. So that may be an issue. But that's going on. So I've got the handlebar situation going on. I've got the seat situation. And then, I don't know if you can see my shoes. Anyway, I have been riding with just regular sneakers, regular shoes, even though I use clips forever, you know, when you clip into a bike and when you're road biking. And since 2008, I had no problem clipping in. But about 2 years ago, I had an issue. I don't know what was going on, but I was falling. And one of the falls was on the bike. I ended up having rotator cuff surgery. I don't know if it was from that fall, but I suspect it was. So anyway, long story short, I was falling and I was afraid to ride my bike about 2 years ago. It got to where I was actually packing up my jerseys and crying and packing my jerseys because I just thought, that's it. I'm done. And it kind of turned around for me after I had another fall. I tripped over a railroad tie, just stepping over it. And I landed on my face and I wasn't hurt, but I thought, you know, if I'm going to fall doing mundane things like stepping over railroad ties, I might as well do something epic, like ride across the United States. And that's when I signed up for the cross country bike ride. I was still afraid to ride a bike when I signed up for a cross country bike ride. So who does that? Me. But so you know, I got my confidence back on the bike, but I did not get my confidence back for clips. So I was just going to ride in my sneakers, and Daniel said no. He said they flex too much. You know, regular sneakers, running shoes, they flex too much. So these are not clip on. They're you can walk around in them just fine, but they're much stiffer. And then he gave me a insert because I have high arches, and that will help keep my arches from collapsing on those really long days of pedaling. So yeah, so just trying to get used to all these things before I have to turn in the bike tomorrow to pack it up to send it to San Diego. So I'm a little stressed, but I have done one trip around Longview Lake, the lake where I like to train, and so far so good. So I'm gonna do a couple more laps, see how it feels. But yeah, if you ever do something like this, get your bike fit done much more in advance than the week you're going to pack your bike away, because it's very stressful trying to figure this all out. Well, let's get back to riding.